My name is Rabbi Adam Baldachin, and I'm standing here at the Jewish Theological Seminary in New York City upon returning back from Guatemala, where I was last week, along with 14 other of my rabbinic colleagues, there to witness what's happening in Guatemala right now.
My name is Rabbi Ariella Rosen, and I returned from Guatemala a year ago on a similar trip with American Jewish World Service, and it's been distressing to hear about the changes that have occurred over this past year.
We witnessed the most beautiful country and the most incredible people who lived through devastation for 36 years, where close to 200,000 people disappeared or were killed or were subject to human rights violations. We met with people who are currently witnessing what they believe to be a return to some of the impunity that existed during the time of past governments taking away people's rights, killing them, and committing mass atrocities all over the country. These people currently are being threatened by these human rights violations by President Morales and a Congress that is trying to push forward a bill that's going to grant amnesty to anyone that perpetrated some of these crimes during the internal conflict, as well as anyone who is in the court right now waiting to hear what will become of their crimes. And these impunities can't continue. As a rabbi, I am called to do this work, to speak out against what I feel are a violation of human rights. I'm called by the verse, Lo ta'amod al dam re'echa. You should not stand idly by the blood of your neighbor. I am witness to the stories of people that are currently living in fear, unable to speak out against a government that is taking away their rights to be human.
And I similarly find myself motivated by the verse, Tzedek, tzedek tirdof, justice, justice you shall pursue. We have a responsibility as rabbis, as Jews, as human beings to pursue justice in all forms and in any way possible.
President Morales and the government of Guatemala are trying to dissolve a human rights commission backed by the UN, supported by the US and the European Union, which holds accountable some of these leaders to the corruption that has existed in this country for years. And now they are in threat of not being able to do their job. We call upon President Morales and the Guatemalan government to recognize that human beings deserve the right to live with freedoms, freedom of the press, freedom of speech, the ability to live in their beautiful country without threat of disappearing or of being murdered. We call on the US government to put pressure on the government of Guatemala in order to make sure that corruption is stopped, that the rule of law continues, and that the people of Guatemala can imagine a new country where they can live fully as the human beings that they are.